Last episode, we made the gatehouse and started on the bridge. Today, we're finishing the bridge and starting work on the main base. Ladies and gentlemen, lowriders, hair clippers, and turtles. Welcome to another Timoredbeard video. Today, we are continuing our adventure to Pimp RstBef's base. Now, admittedly, in the last video, I said that this was going to be a two-part series. Well, I got done with the second part, or making the second part yesterday, and realized that that was a big fat lie. This is going to be at least 3 parts, maybe 4. So stay tuned. Regardless, if you do like this video, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and don't forget to caress that notification bell. A few things. 1. Discord competition ends this Sunday, March 28th. Time is running out. If you want to win yourself some Steam gift cards for making an awesome build in Valheim, then go check it out in the Discord, which is in the description below. Also, if you are watching this video and you haven't seen the first episode of Pimp My Base yet, definitely go check it out. It's at the top of your screen now. It's also going to be in the description below, because there is a lot that I'm going to be skipping over during this video that you will have missed if you haven't watched the first one. The third thing that I want to tell you is my t-shirts. My Take Me to Valheim t-shirts, I'm not actually wearing one right now. How terrible. Are available on the Core for Merch store. Go check them out. Go get one. It's a fantastic way to support me. But otherwise, let's crack straight into this. So in true Timoredbeard fashion, we begin the video by terraforming. We are going to build the second half of the bridge, which means that we need to work out exactly where the stairs are going to go and plan them out so that we can then plan the rest of the bridge accordingly. So I'm just terraforming the ground here. I'm going to build the stone up, lay the stairs down, and then start getting into the more nitty-gritty, intricate detail stuff. If you did decide to just not watch episode 1 and just watch episode 2 because, you know, screw the man and the system, right? Then I'm going to take this moment to tell you about the Pimp Your Base rules. Now, I am pimping other people's bases, and they give me their world files, and I go on them and I turn their bases into creative, fantastic bits that, I don't know, comes out of my head in weird ways. I am using creative mode. I am using debug, which means that I do have free resources, etc, 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 and so there are some limitations on what I can build for them. I cannot build anything that they don't already have the resources for easily accessible. Now, the base, the world that I'm on at the moment, RstBef's base, they've killed all 5 bosses and they have large chests full of iron and black metal and other bits and pieces, so I have a fair amount of freedom. However, my main focus is still just going to be on things that are made out of stone and wood and occasionally bits of iron for the structure support. The rest of the things, I'm not going to be giving them extra blast furnaces, not going to be giving them extra Surtling core based items and all that sort of stuff. I'm only going to be moving what they already have into its new positions. What I will obviously be spawning in is an absolute ton of stone and wood so that I can actually build this incredible huge place. Second, while I still have you, if you want to submit your own base to be pimped, then join the Discord that's in the description below, go to the channel called Pimp My Heim, and submit some screenshots of the base that you think deserves pimping by me on stream and then here on YouTube as well. Let's get back to the building though. So with the stairs planned out appropriately, it was time to work out how we were going to recreate the effect of the bridge on the central section. Obviously, we wanted to keep this bulbous shape that we'd made that actually looks really nice, almost like the hull of a ship, or the skeletal hull of a ship, and I really like how it looks, so I wanted to make sure that we kept that feel. So what we ended up doing is still creating that sort of bulbous effect, but making it almost more like, I'll be honest, it ended up looking a little bit like a TIE fighter cockpit on each end, but using angled beams to create some nice, detailed, intricate patterns, but still provided a nice, gorgeous view looking out. And then we topped it off right at the end with some sea serpent trophies just to bring a little bit more spice. And as you got just a little bit of a teaser there when I was putting the sea serpent trophies on, yeah, we did continue the rest of the bridge, and we just duplicated the other side of the central bit onto that side. It took a little while, but we got it matching nicely, and we had the bridge pretty much complete. Next up, we had a bunch of fun just tearing down the entire base of roast beef, moving all of his storage off to some chests off on the side, and just putting everything in there and having a nice clean slate to just start working our way back up with his main structure. The first thing to do, of course, was to terraform, and then we were going to start building the cellar. And the cellar has one of my favorite stone building techniques incorporated into it, and that is, well, one is of course the overlapping stone, so it looks like proper brickwork and it looks really, really nice. And the other is support columns on the insides. It gives this real sort of catacombsy underground basement stone vibe, and I think I just really, really like it. We also built small round towers on each corner of what we are now affectionately calling the turtle. And we're going to use those as our staircases to move up in the floors of the main base, from the cellar to the Great Hall and to the roof. And I feel like this is a really nice way to make staircases that don't really get in your way in terms of being in the main section of the base. But of course, with one being on each corner, you're almost always close to one if you need to move up and down floors, and they're not too far away. You don't have to run halfway across your base just to go up to the next floor, etc, etc. These staircases were an absolute delight to build, actually. I saw an image of them by the Reddit user Saran, who posted a picture of his staircase that looked a lot like this, and I had to try and make it, and I did, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. So cheers, Saran. Next up, we placed the roof over the Great Hall, and we created some supports for the Great Hall that I really, really like. The central support is a double helix of 26-degree beams that are being rotated at 2 rotations per beam, going the whole way up, also being supported by 2 vertical poles of iron. And then the side supports are a iron beam running up that's been hidden inside core wood, and then 26-degree beams at the bottom, and then alternating 45 degrees sticking out, 26 degrees sticking back in, 45 out, 26 in, the whole way up, and then branching out into a tree kind of section at the very top, so that it supports both tiers of the top roof. I'm really happy with how they look. Now, if you want to see the whole build in action, then go ahead and hop over to my Twitch channel. The link is in the description below. Go and check out the VOD for this build, and you can watch the build. It's 7 hours of it almost, of me going through this whole process. But otherwise, that is how much we got in the stream. There was a lot of sort of menial work during this build, especially with all of the stonework and alternating all the bricks everywhere. It took a while, but I'm really, really pleased with how this is all coming together. If you do like this video, please hit that like button, consider subscribing, and don't forget to caress that notification bell. I do stream on Twitch from Tuesday through to Friday, starting at 1 PM GMT. I'd love to catch you there. Link is in the description below. Also in the description below is the Discord, and in the Discord, you can join a fantastic community, but you can also do a whole bunch of other things. One, you can submit your entries for Pimp My Base like this. You can also submit your entries for Friday's Fantastic Thoughts, and you can also join the build challenge with Steam gift cards up for grabs for the winners. So make sure you do join the Discord. There's a lot going on there. It's worth being there, and it's a fantastic community. If you do want to support me further, then you've got 2 options. You can check out the Patreon below, where you can go and, you know, check out the options, maybe support me. I'd appreciate it if you did. Also, you can go to corfmerch.com and go pick yourself up a Take Me to Valheim tee or a Timoredbeard snapback. All the proceeds go straight to me, and it would support me massively, and you'd get something physical in return, and I appreciate that. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, peace out. Take care.